Hey everyone, welcome back to H-Town Theater World. It's your girl Denise here, and I'm gonna review Sister Act for you. Okay, Sister Act was produced and created by Theater Under the Stars, aka TUTS, Theater Under the Stars. So that's why I will be saying TUTS from now on if you get confused. That was held at the Hobby Center of Performing Arts, and it was definitely a lovely show. Yes, I have seen the movie from beginning to end. I saw the musical from beginning to end, and it was a lot of fun. It was very funny. Definitely a lot of jokes that I personally didn't get. Yes, I grew up in church. I grew up in the Reformed Protestant church. And my father actually was born and raised in the Catholic Church. My mother was born and raised in the Reformed Protestant Church. My dad converted. So that's where I have most of my basis from. I don't really know too much about the Catholic Church and how certain things work within it specifically. I do know the overall like stereotypes and whatnot about the Catholic Church. So there were definitely a lot of what you could say jokes about it within it. So they were like, hey, you can't. They had the nuns start dancing in this way, which apparently is hilarious because nuns don't really dance or they just don't really gyrate their body in a certain way. Whatever. It's okay. I will say that this review does have a little bit of spoilers. So one of them was the funniest one was when these bad guys were dressed up as nuns to find the lead character of the show and to try to kill her. And she was dressed up as a nun. So it's like chasing in and out, in and out. And then you see one guy with a pistol and he runs out and chasing one nun. And then the nun comes, and then he comes out, and the nun is chasing him with a yardstick. Oh my god. They had nuns with a group of nuns with rulers, and it was hilarious. And the one nun that had the yardstick was the supposedly the oldest character in the show, and she just turned it right back into her cane when she couldn't go any further. It was very funny. It was a great show. Again, they did a great production with it. It wasn't too cheesy. Maybe a little bit because they actually made it into the 1970s, I think. So you had all these guys with long, wavy hair, and I'm like, no, you don't want long, wavy hair because it'll frizz like mine. It is not fun to deal with. So they did that, and it was a lot of fun. I definitely think the vocals were up to par. So, story. What is Sister Act about? Well, the musical is based on the movie of the same name that starred Whoopi Goldberg and Maggie Smith, who you guys would remember as Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter, as well as the Dowager Countess in Downton Abbey. And that movie was pretty funny. This one was pretty funny as well. Synopsis is Whoopi Goldberg's character sees her boyfriend, who's a mobster, who is married as well. So she's like the mistress in that whole scenario. She sees him kill somebody. She goes to the police. She goes into witness protection, and witness protection happened to be a convent, which is hilarious because the main character, is a club singer. So she had to go from wearing scandalous costumes and dresses to now being fully clothed and not having to be allowed to say curse words. So yeah, it was definitely a 180 for that character. And she just hides, and she ends up revitalizing the convent's choir, and it becomes very popular that eventually the Pope comes to see the choir perform at their church, which was dwindling with funds and patrons, so it brought in more money and more patrons. So it was very funny. I highly recommend most of the TUTS shows that they do produce. Their next one is The Little Mermaid, and it's actually selling out pretty quickly, but of course, it is a kids family friendly show, so there's going to be a lot of that. And yeah, that's my review for Sister Act. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please make sure you hit that bell button to be reminded when I get ready to upload a video. Also hit that subscribe button so that so my videos are in your feed whenever you're looking through YouTube. And also hit that like up button, aka the thumbs up button, to say that you like this video. And don't worry, my next review will be on TUTS that's coming up this week. So double reviews this week because I got sidetracked and not being able to do one for this video. Alright, hope to see you guys at the show.